Well, it's already on the agenda in Melbourne, in the electorate. So I guess welcoming, publicly welcoming, writing letters to the paper or whatever, publicly welcoming candidates who support it, asking them what they intend to actually do about it, rather than just personally supporting it. Will they actually vote for it? Should that time come, will they actually advocate for it within their party, that kind of stuff? And I'm not just talking about Kath Botel there, also the Greens candidate, Adam Brandt. I mean, what will he do within the Greens? And I'm not sure who the Liberal candidate is, but they should be put on the spot as well, particularly with those kinds of conservative arguments I was talking about before. This is a conservative issue as well as a progressive issue. But the more important thing is just to talk to people. Never assume that your friends and family members may accept this or not accept this. Never assume that the people at work really understand what the issues are, just because we're in Melbourne and the age covers us quite well and it gets in the media. Never assume any of those things. If you really care about this issue, you need to make sure that others have access to the information, that starting conversations in the workplace, talking to people about it, and getting the information that you need. That's how the law will change in this case, particularly when our leaders just don't want to pay attention to it. They just... I mean, here we have someone like Julia Gillard, who you would expect, going on everything else, would support it. She doesn't seem to have any religious convictions against it, or religious convictions at all. She's exercised her choice not to get married. Surely she understands the importance of choice. She's from a union background. She understands how people can be disadvantaged. Yet she blithely said, oh yeah, I'm against that. Well, the only way to stop that is for her to hear that everyone, like everyone out there, thinks that that is completely absurd. The interesting thing about the 60% figure here in Australia is that that's actually a higher level of support than in Canada when they when their Marriage Act was changed to allow same-sex marriages in 2005 at a national level, but although before that at a provincial level as well. So Australians are actually more strongly behind this reform than Canadians were when it happened there, which of course begs the question, why on earth can't we achieve it? But also shows that it's not going to be the end of the world. Australians generally seem fairly relaxed about this, as Canadians do now. As soon as it happened, I mean, I was lucky to be in Toronto when that happened, when it went through the National Parliament. And in the centre of Toronto, lots of gay and lesbian people, and they were just, it was really moving, because not only did they feel that they were being recognised, that their same-sex relationships and their love was being affirmed, but that they were being recognised as Canadians. It always makes me a bit teary to remember, I was at a conference and with other conference goers in this gay bar in the gay district in Toronto, and it came on the big video screens where they usually play drag shows and stuff, but they actually televised the debate from Ottawa. And then the vote was taken, and there was a big cheer. And there was a fellow down the back with a beautiful bass voice, and he started singing "Oh Canada." Now, you don't expect to hear a national anthem in a gay bar very often. That doesn't happen, unless people are making fun of it. And a lot of those people wouldn't have sung that song since they were at school. Canadians aren't, huge flag wavers like their cousins to the south. But they joined in, and they sang because it meant so much to them. And I think the reason that I find it a bit difficult to talk about this now, and it chokes me up a bit, is because I know that it'll mean so much to us. To be told that we are, effectively by this reform, told that we're equal citizens. But like you said, for most people, the day will come and the day will go, and nothing will change, except that they can say that their country is a little bit more equal.